Ladies and gentlemen, since becoming a double world champion, it has felt so great. And on Mayhem, I went to give an Oscar-winning speech when I was interrupted by Damas. Now, credit to him for seizing the moment, but he suffered the same fate as everybody else. But then I was jumped by that loser Albright, who wants to face me in a ladder match. Now, let me be clear, I know why he wants this match, because he knows he can't pin me in this ring. But I offer a counter proposal to you. Aaron Albright, I challenge you to a TLC match. But that's not why I'm out here tonight. As I said, I've felt great as the double world champion, but I haven't felt that great. Because deep down I know someone is waiting for me. Someone is still hanging their shadow over mine, and I don't like it. Max Danger, I know you're listening, and I know you're waiting for me to fall so you can get the easy win, but I'm calling you out right now. If you're not a loser like your father, you will come in and cash in on me right now. King Sam, my name is Wilson Woodward, and I'm here to tell you that you're an idiot. You seriously think that you can talk trash to him and he's gonna waste the best chance he has to be world champion? You're pathetic. Don't you know why you're world champion? Because you've never stepped foot in the ring with me. But now I'm sick of waiting for my chance to come, and so I'm taking it. You always say you want a challenge. Well, how about me and you throw down tonight? Why does everybody come out here and think that interrupting me is going to get them a match with me? Look, you're a very hairy man with a big mouth, and I applaud you for that. But I ain't going to do nothing with you. We all know that you ain't a match for me. I'm the best in the world, and you're the best starter on the show that minimum wage can afford. So thanks, but I'm going to have to decline. But thanks for playing, though. Keep growing that beard and you'll be a mid-carder in no time. Looks like everybody and their mum wants to dance with the champion for say, but we do need to crack on with tonight's show before we get on to supposedly Wilson Woodward having a match with King Sam later on tonight, and I'll be interested to see how that goes. But the hounds, the horn of war is loud and proud right here as the television champion makes his way down to the ring in a non-title match, because it's a very special reason why he's in a non-title match tonight. As of course we all saw at Mind Games, Big Willie suffered a defeat to Brad Skeens, which was a big shock to everybody. It was a big shock to the system, and no one really saw it coming, because obviously he was the odds-on favourite going into that, but he has been on a bit of a losing spiral as of late, so he's still getting some in-ring time. But tonight, he takes on SaLgames because, of course, as you will remember, Team Fight Night beat Team Mayhem in the 4-on-4 elimination tag team matchup, and SaLgames took full advantage of this and has decided to cash in his opportunity for a championship on the television championship. So Big Willie will face SaLgames at the next Fight Night exclusive pay-per-view for the WIW Television Championship, and tonight they compete one-on-one in a non-title match. And SaLgames, here he comes, looking more confident by the day. Every time he steps into that ring, you can sense the confidence growing after a really slow start back here in WIW. He's come back and set his eyes on becoming the television champion. He's being a wise man not to get himself involved in the double world title picture as of right now. And of course we know that KO and Carter James will be cashing in on the tag team opportunities. Max Danger, what he decides to use with his prize is beyond me, because he's already got the Money in the Bank contract, which gives him a world title shot whenever he wants to. So I guess it's just another opportunity. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what Max Danger does with what he's been given. But SaLgames tonight with a huge test of whether or not he's ready for Big Willie in a non-title match here tonight. And of course these two will meet again in 4 weeks time for the television championship. And no surprise, Big Willie's going to want to get out the gate strong here. Of course, several big losses in a row now, and he's starting to lose momentum, and he doesn't want to let it slip, and he's going to let his #1 contender know, if you want a title match against me, you want to take my title, you're going to have to work for it. And look at this straight away with the big strikes and the power behind him, and now a big running clothesline takes down SaLgames. And straight to the corner where he's going to taunt. The fans love him. He's been the most dominant champion. It's got to be said, well, King Sam started to prove his point as the most dominant champion at this late stage. But it's a hard argument to say that Big Willie hasn't been dominant, defends his championship every week he's been allowed to. Look at the power behind that headbutt. Defends his title every week he's allowed to, takes on all comers, and he is not scared of any competition. And he has by far had the most successful title defenses in WIW history. And we knew he'd come out the gate strong here tonight. Of course, was not happy about his defeat to Brad Skeens at Mind Games. Clearly, Skeens did enough to get in his head and weaken him that month to get the victory. And poor SaLgames, he's having all this frustration being laid out on him here tonight. Here he comes, running powerbomb to SaLgames, who's laid out on the mat. And he's got to find a way to kick out. He's got to show some kind of strength to the television champion, and he does. 2.5 count. And look at Big Willie's face. You can see the frustration going. He needs a pinfall. He needs a victory under his belt now, because 2 or 3 big defeats in a row. And look at this. Poor SaLgames doesn't even get a second to breathe before the next one comes in. Well, if one doesn't work, try again. Oh, but look at this. He's setting it up so it lands on the ropes. Running powerbomb. And the rope break is going to break it up for SaLgames, who now has an opportunity to fight back. Big Willie tried to use the ropes as leverage, but then didn't move him away to make the cover. And now SaLgames with a window of opportunity gets it with the Luther's press. Oh, and I wouldn't be taunting if I were him, because look how easily and quickly Big Willie got back to his feet, but wisely pounces straight back on him. There's a knee to the gut. And then to the opposite side for the same. And now SaLgames setting up a Russian leg sweep. And this is the fight back they need to see. He's been hit with 2 big running power bombs, and now SaLgames needs to fight back if he can. But that is easier said than done against the power of Big Willie. Look at that as he gets laid down on the mat once again. And Big Willie sending a message to his new #1 contender for the television championship. There's the running knee lift. And playing to the crowd again. Almost saying he's got this in the bag and he knows it. SaLgames is down and he might be out, but Big Willie wants to make sure he's in trouble here. If he connects one more time, gets him up. Running powerbomb again. Straight into the cover, but another rope break. I thought his head hit the side of the ropes again. Well, to be honest, this is kind of good and kind of bad for SaLgames. He's still in the match, but the rope breaks keep just continuing the beatdown. But now he has an opportunity to get back into this match. This could be what SaLgames needs to really get going here. And this has been a great way to start episode 60. It's always great to see Big Willie in the ring. But he's really struggling here. He's done enough to put him away on several occasions. But just, once again, his poor ring positioning, which is becoming a reoccurring trend for Big Willie, is costing him here. And now SaLgames taunting again. The mind games from SaLgames constantly on display. And Big Willie's going to roll outside, seeing he's lose control. And oh, look at the power on that suplex. And Big Willie just going to continue to dominate the match, keep the control. He can't afford to let SaLgames back in, but SaLgames taking a huge hits to the gut. Oh, and then into the table. And look at this, the frustration growing. He doesn't know what to do. He just can't keep the big man down. And a neck breaker. Well, if he's struggling now, what's he going to do when Big Willie's on at his strongest? And that being when the title is on the line at the next pay-per-view. Another deadlift powerbomb. And bringing him straight back into the ring at the count of 8. And now ready to wrap him up again. Still very close to the ropes though, but if SaLgames can find a counter, he really could do something this match. Oh wait, and once again going to use the ropes. But straight away it's a rope break. What is Big Willie doing? Big Willie, at this point, I think he's just trying to injure SaLgames because he's intentionally having all of these covers being broken up by rope break. And now looking for the running powerbomb again. Oh, and this time near the corner. Nowhere near the ropes this time, even though he clipped it on the way down. And SaLgames dismantled by Big Willie, who I think was actually trying to hurt him there. That definitely looked like to me that Big Willie was intentionally trying to end the career of SaLgames before our very eyes. That was a running knee lift there. And then a massive running powerbomb to SaLgames, but there were several of them. But look at this, intentionally set it up so he ricocheted off the ropes several times, and then this was the winning maneuver. And the referee could count to 100 because Big Willie had him down. But the TV champ picks up a much needed victory. But look at this, another man he's defeated before, but it's John Cutter. John Cutter, we knew he'd be here after Mind Games, eager for revenge, and it looks like he's trying to get it here. There's a running DDT. SaLgames hurt. He's going to wisely walk away, though. He doesn't want to get in the way. And these two beasts coming to blows. Military press. Spinebuster. And we know that's never it for John Cutter. He's sending a warning. He wants that television championship. And he is not prepared to let it slip away from him again. Spinebuster. Military press. And the television champion is out like a light. Well, John Cutter sends a warning, but of course we have a #1 contender in SaLgames. So what does this mean from now on? Does John Cutter get himself an opportunity, or will SaLgames get a one-on-one opportunity like he needed? Well, I guess we'll have to find out, but it is time to move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, we got some more singles action here tonight, and it's Peter Bolton making his way down to the ring after what was by far the weirdest interference I think I've ever seen on this series, but we have had some weird ones in the past. But here he comes down to the ring in some new ring gear. It is the ace, Peter Bolton, ready to get into some in-ring action tonight in what is looking forward to be a great match. Of course, Peter Bolton last week getting involved in the match between Dino D and JW Cashman, and Dino D was not impressed about it. He said that, of course, he's on a roll and he can't afford to have all his momentum soiled by interruptions in his matches. That's why Dino D has requested this match tonight with Peter Bolton, and knowing the ace as we do, not one to back down from a challenge. And the ace, Peter Bolton, steps into the ring tonight rocking the new logo. The ace in the hole, of course, the name of his finisher, his signature DDT. And the ace is ready to go here tonight, but he's got a tough task because if it weren't for the loss that he suffered last week due to disqualification, however, I'm not even sure it was his loss, to be honest. I really don't know what happened last week, but clearly Peter Bolton had a plan to ruin Cashman's day, and Dino D paid the price for it. But Dino D has been a man on a mission as of late, nearly unstoppable one-on-one in that ring. He's stepped up to several challenges now, and he has knocked them all down with relative ease. Dino D just refuses to give in at any turn. And he is hungry for gold. He wants a push maybe for the television championship at some point. And you know what? You keep winning, you're going to get your chances. But of course, right now we already have a #1 contender for the TV Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship. God knows what's happening with that. King Sam and Aaron Albright will decide that at the next Mayhem pay-per-view. But Dino D needs to just continue to impress because he has caught the general manager's eye. And tonight he looks to send a message to anyone who wishes to interrupt his matches again. The match kicks off and away we go here between the Ace and Dino D. And this match not wasting any time to bring out the big moves there. The Hurricane Rana from Dino D. And we know he's capable of those agile moves, but we don't usually associate him with him. Dino D, a very heavy hitter. And of course he has that big code breaker that can wrap up the match at any point. Meanwhile, the Ace, Peter Bolton, we know he has that ace in the hole in the DDT that could wrap it up as well, but he's also very tough fighter with the spine buster as well, and of course quite a heavy hitter himself. So we're looking at quite a big match here. So we're looking at suplexes, we're looking at power bombs, we're looking at all that type of stuff when we're seeing these two step foot in the ring with one another. And now Dino D, look at this big shot to the gut, a big shot to the face as well. And of course we know he has that power behind him, Dino D, so if he could master his striking as well as his grappling offense as he's showing here tonight, he'd be a very hard person to stand up with face to face. And of course Dino D continuing to show here a case of the commentator's curse because he's really beating down Peter Bolton with the strikes right now. And Dino D, look at that, just springing him off the ropes. And Dino D requesting this match quite simply because he wants ring time and it's getting interrupted by other people who are too busy fighting with each other to even concentrate on the fact that Dino D has just been a dominant force in this ring. And now look at this, Dino D, what's he doing? Oh, and charging up there for a 450 splash. Great bit of athleticism here from Dino D. Showing us a very unique style of wrestling here tonight from Dino D. But there's the power we were talking about. Crashing him into the corner and following it through with a power slam. And Peter Bolton on the back burner right now. Maybe still some lingering effects from the encounters of him and Cashman in the past. And him and Cashman have never seen eye to eye. And lately these two have just been colliding in the ring, outside the ring. We know they're not on the best of terms. What does that mean for their potential futures against each other? We don't know, but what a move there by Dino D. Hooking both the arms, wrapping him up for no escape, and then slamming him down. Oh, he landed really awkwardly there on that springboard. Definitely going to hurt Bolton more than him, though. And Dino D takes a huge hit. Well, Peter Bolton and Dino D there, they both kind of hurt each other, but now back up again onto the shoulder. This time for a stun gun, and Dino D is on a roll here tonight. But we've seen in the past, Peter Bolton's not an easy man to keep down. But Dino D's going to try here with a beautiful Uranagi. And straight into the cover. Is that going to be enough to wrap up the ace? Oh, wow, that was close. 2.5 for Dino D. And he hasn't even had to bring out the code breaker as of yet. And if that code breaker does come into play, we might be looking at the end of the match very soon. But Peter Bolton now trying to find a way back. The ace not wasting any time here to try and get some advantage back in this match. We know Peter Bolton, we've seen what he can do under the pressure in certain situations. We've seen, of course, his television championship match with Big Willie. Of course, that went the same way that it always goes in Big Willie title matches. It ended with Big Willie's hand raised in victory. But unfortunately for him, it just wasn't the case. Unfortunately for Peter Bolton, that was the case. And now tonight, he's on the receiving end of a beatdown. Dino D looking very impressive here tonight. And now look at this, looking for a standing moonsault. Connects. And now picking him up. Dino D in a lot of trouble here. But now he's got him trapped into the corner if he can capitalize. Well escape there by Dino D. The momentum truly with him right now. And Peter Bolton needs to do something big. Oh, that's going to happen. The code breaker. Right to the jaw of Peter Bolton. Is that going to be enough though? The cover on Dino D. Oh no, it's a 2. And Dino D thought he had that one won there. And you can see the frustration building as that is only another 2.5 count. But look at this, look at that fly here. And Dino D showing an all-around wrestling masterclass here tonight. And the crowd are loving it. Well, I think the Fight Night switch for Dino D was by far the best move that could have happened to him, because he has been unbeatable in that ring since doing so. But now look at this, the ace, Peter Bolton with the spine buster. Just as I said before. Oh, but wait a minute. Oh, not again. Cashman. Is that Cashman coming down? Well, I don't see him. Oh dear. Are we going to get a repeat of Mayhem? I wouldn't want to turn around, Peter. He's it. There it is. $1 million shot. And just runs out the ring. Well, Dino D gets up. He hasn't seen what's just happened. All he sees is a Peter Bolton already down, who's already been hit with the code breaker, and now the $1 million shot. Dino D into the cover. He's got him. The $1 million shot, and we know how powerful that punch is. Dino D picks up the victory. But I don't even think Dino D knows what just happened. He was down for a moment after the spinebuster, and I think Peter Bolton was setting up for the ace in the hole that was going to wrap it up. But then Dino D gets some aid from the $1 million shot from the $1 million man. That is JW Cashman. Look at this. There's the spinebuster in the middle of the ring. And right when we thought that was going to win it, the $1 million shot, as Peter Bolton is attacked from behind, and Dino D sweeps up the cover and takes the win. Well, Dino D, I'm sure he's going to be happy with that win. Another continuous unbeaten run continues for Dino D. He's just seeming unstoppable as of late. And although he looked impressive in that one, I'm not sure how happy he's going to be when he looks back at the footage and see that it wasn't him or the code breaker that put this one away. And it is a victory nonetheless, and it looks more impressive for Dino D, but he sent a message here not to disrupt his matches or you'll pay the price. And to be fair, tonight, that just didn't get sent because JW Cashman, once again, gets himself involved. Let's move on down the rest of the card, though, but it is a big win for Dino D. Well, next up tonight, we're going to hear from the Fight Night Women's Champion, Laura Stables. Fresh off her defeat to Sandra Piper in quite embarrassing fashion, to be fair. But apparently she has something to come out here and explain tonight. So we're going to hand for the first time in women's division history, the mic over to the Fight Night Women's Champion, and we'll hear what she has to say to everybody. I have a confession to make. I should have told you all this sooner, but I didn't want to risk losing my job, but since I am the champion, that should be enough to keep me here still. As you know, every night I walk out looking slightly different with a slightly different attitude. This is because I've been told by my doctors that I suffer from split personality disorder. So, I am Laura, and I've always loved to wrestle, but I don't really like hurting people, but sometimes, and I don't really know what triggers it, I turn into Stables, who, as you've seen, is a lot more darker and meaner to people. And she's just pure evil. I had to tell you guys because I didn't want you to hate me. I wanted to be a wrestler my whole life, and when I won the Women's Championship, it was the happiest day of my life. But then Stables kept appearing and ruining all the respect I'd built up. Now my fellow stars don't respect me, and neither you guys. I'm actually a really nice person with just a dream of being a wrestler, and it came true. So please don't let Stables affect your judgment of me, because I my fans, and no matter what Stables says, I will always... Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Who is that? Someone's come down to interrupt her, and it looks like Tashley is here. What is Tashley doing out here during this really important speech? Tashley interrupting Stables, confessing to having split personalities disorder, and now Tashley is out here looking very serious indeed, and Stables did not take kindly to that interruption. Did you see the look on her face as Tashley made her way down to the ring? Well, Tashley, we know, has been a tough competitor since she came here, and clearly she has a message for the champion, so let's see what she says to Laura Stables. Boo-hoo! I feel so sorry for the deranged psychopath who comes out here and tells us a story of her rags to riches. I'm sorry, honey, but I couldn't care less. I'm here for one reason only, and that's to shine brighter than anybody else, and I intend to do that. by any means possible. So quite frankly, I don't care if I have to face you or Stables. I want that title, and I intend to take it from you. So you either fight me for it, or I will break you until you give it to me. Don't you dare interrupt me! No. No. Stay in control, Laura. Don't let her in. Just deep breaths. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you, but that was still very disrespectful of you. If you want a match with me, you need to earn my respect and not come out here and demand it. I may not like to hurt people, but I do intend on defending my title no matter what it takes. So why don't you go win some matches? If you impress me, then I will consider it. Wow, you are a freak. Now I'm getting out of here, and I'll let you finish talking to yourself, you damn nutjob. But I'm warning you still that my warning stands, and I'd reconsider if I were you, because I will be coming for that title. And if you don't give it to me, then you will pay the price. I don't care what face you wear. I will rip it to shreds until I get what I want. And I think wisely, Tashley is backing off before Stables can attack. She almost lost it there. But she is one crazy chick. But Tashley, proving to be a bit crazy of her own, she sends a warning to the champion and both of her forms. Dormus, the new fragrance by Dormus. Next up tonight, Deathlordicas, who has already made his way down to the ring. He's scheduled to take them on Big Boss. We saw Deathlordicas come down to the ring after the break, but look at this. Things already exploding here outside. Big Boss ready to punish Deathlordicas for the recent losses, but look at this. These two fighting on the outside. The referee desperately trying to get them inside the ring. But Big Boss wants none of that. He wants to take this to the outside. He wants to beat down on Deathlordicas. This match was requested by the Blood Brothers because they believe that Deathlordicas has been the sole reason for the defeats that they have suffered as of late as a tag team. And of course, Deathlordicas and Harry Austin being the first teams that they had faced. And this has got out of hand already. The Blood Brothers do not like to lose, and Deathlordicas and Harry Austin are finding out the hard way. The referee rings the bell to start the match, and he gets in as well. And Deathlordicas, not what he's expecting, who made his way down to the ring just before the break, or during the break, should I say. And now Big Boss left alone with him in the ring. And I have a feeling that this isn't going to be the last we see between the Death Ninjas and the Blood Brothers. Of course, these two saying that Deathlordicas did it all and that Harry was just there to land the finishing blow with the elbow off the top of Deathlordicas. But for the last couple of weeks, they've been complaining for cheating. They've been complaining for a lot of things, the Blood Brothers. And now the GM has just given them permission to go and sort it out. But I don't think he was expecting it to quite go like this. But Deathlordicas, so deceptively strong, so deceptively powerful, and his unique style of wrestling all adds up to him becoming one of the most dominant superstars that we've seen. And that's why him and Harry work so well. They're just too unpredictable. Not even these two can predict what's going to happen next when they step foot in the ring. Which is why Big Boss wanted to make sure that he did straight out the gate, knew what was going down, and he could beat him down straight away. And Big Boss will look at this from the middle rope. That's 600 pounds on the middle rope. Big Boss going to use his weight to his advantage here. The force behind that double axe handle. And Deathlordicas beaten down on the outside. And I don't know what Deathlordicas can do right now. It's just too much power and force being pushed against him. But we've seen him kicked out of worse so far. Not just tonight, but in the last couple of tag team encounters. And there's the Boss Man. Taking him down with a massive spear. But he's under the ropes. I see him sneak his hand under the ropes there. And Big Boss did not take kindly to that. But now look at this. Deathlordicas ready to fight back, and the crowd are going nuts. for what has been a high-tempo matchup so far. These two teams really going at it. And now Big Boss, look at this. Taking him down, but with the big strike. And now a belly-to-belly and lands with a force of 600 pounds on him. And this has just been no contest right now. Big Boss lining him up. Boss kick. Straight into the cover. This time he is away from the ropes. And Big Boss knocks out Deathlordicas. The Blood Brothers send a warning in the form of Big Boss, excuse me, knocking out Deathlordicas. Well, they've been blaming him for weeks for the defeat. And now they have taken him out single-handedly here. It was indeed from Big Boss. Just lays him out with a big spear. And then the boss kick. Wraps it all up with the force behind that. And Big Boss picks up a huge win here, finally, over one half of the Death Ninjas. But I have a feeling this isn't going to be the be-all and end-all of it. No siree. I'm sure we'll see these two teams in the ring again. But Big Boss, Hell's Bruiser Brad, send a warning to the Death Ninjas. Do not mess with the Blood Brothers. It's time to move on down the rest of the card. One more match before tonight's main event. It's kind of impromptu though. Of course, after the interruption to begin with, after King Sam called for a TLC match at Hellfire pay-per-view against Aaron Albright in response to his request for a ladder match. Well, this is a controversial decision, but King Sam wants to prove he's a dominant champion and that he is one of the best in the world. But of course, Aaron Albright only really wants the ladder match because he knows he can't beat him in a match to 3 count. But King Sam obliges, and look at this, wearing his new WIW Championship with pride, even wearing it here on Fight Night. Well, saying he's already conquered this show with that, I tell ya. He's coming out here and he's saying, I don't care for you lot, I already control you. But King Sam has been a dominant champion, the WIW and World Heavyweight Champion. The World Heavyweight Championship he's held for the longest period of time than any other singles champion. And of course his boy is the Wolfpac, who had the world's longest tag team title reign, which ended of course at Mind Games just a few nights ago. Well, tonight they get their rematch, but I'm wondering now, when King Sam said on Monday that they'd be cashing in their rematch and that they had found the replacement, I could have thought he would have got it. You know, have 3 titles around his waist, prove to be dominant and keep the Wolfpac in control, but now I'm curious to know who their new replacement is. Have they found a new Wolfpac member? Or, I don't know, surprise, surprise, maybe Travis comes back. Who, God knows what's going on with the Wolfpac, but King Sam eager to keep his team in control, which is why they are using the tag team title rematch tonight. But before that, Wilson Woodward came out and made a big statement. He said he's tired of waiting around for his opportunity, and without the general manager's permission, has come out here tonight and ambushed King Sam, who was determined to try and deliver the speech again. But Wilson Woodward, another person eager to come down and prove his point. Well, King Sam was happy to step in the ring with him tonight for a match, knowing very happily that Aaron Albright won't be making an appearance. This is his home turf, and as he said, he would not dare to come down to the Fight Night and try and get a jump on him. Well, this match is underway. We saw on Mayhem, of course, King Sam make his Monday night debut against Darmus of all people, and managed to pick up the victory, and what King Sam said was his toughest challenge yet. But King Sam, of course, changing his ways as of late. He's showing a lot more respect to people. And I think he's just realizing now that as champion and the dominant champion that he is, he has nothing left to prove. He's the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion. The WIW Champion. And speaking of the WIW Championship, look who's here. Albright is here, but look at this. Oh, tossed into the ring post. King Sam says no. Well, King Sam warned him that if he came down to his turf that he would pay for it, and the referees called for a disqualification. And these two screaming at each other. Well, we're going to have to try and get these two to break up before tonight's main event, but clearly things are heated, and if I think it could have been said any clearer, challenge has been accepted from Aaron Albright. Well, it's going to be a TLC at Hellfire for the WIW Championship. Can Albright get it back and become a 4-time world champion? Or King Sam unify the titles and walk home as the true world champion? champion? We'll find out, but it is time tonight for our tag team titles rematch in our main event. Tonight's big main event, the Wolfpac cashing in their tag team championship rematch here against the Chaos Twins. If you are wondering and you didn't see Mind Games, firstly go back and watch it because it was amazing. But secondly, if you don't know why David and Steve are no longer champions, well, after the amazing victory against the Linebacks in the tag team matchup at Mind Games pay-per-view, the general manager came out and said that it was time for the Chaos Twins rematch, and they immediately came out, hit the Chaos to Chaos, and then captured the tag team championships. But they weren't satisfied there. They then went down to they carried on the beatdown of David and Steve afterwards, and that left Steve out injured on the shelf. Well, King Sam on his speech on Mayhem came out and said that these two would be cashing in their rematch, but Steve will be unable to compete, and that he's found a replacement. But we don't know who the replacement is. We thought it was just going to be King Sam, who was going to cash in on an opportunity to be another type of champion. Well, we don't know who it is now, but we're about to find out. Well, the lights go down, and I don't know who this is. It has his own son. Oh my God! Wait, what? That's Alex Wilson. Alex Wilson from the Road to Glory tournament. Alex Wilson is here on WIW's Fight Night. But why? He's not allowed here. He's not contracted to this company. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this is, Alex Wilson competed in our first ever WIW Road to Glory tournament to earn himself a WIW contract. And he was unable to cash in on that. He was unable to win, and he managed to get the runner-up prize as the tied most voted with JW Cashman. And then he lost that match to JW Cashman, and that's why Cashman was here earlier tonight, and he's been here for weeks. But we haven't heard from Wilson since, and now Wilson's here. And he's got himself a tag team title match. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is unbelievable. The Wolfpac never failed to have a plan out of their sleeves, but Alex Wilson in Wolfpac clothing and Wolfpac logos is here for the tag team championship. Well, ladies and gentlemen, apparently this is going to go forward, but the general manager's not here to say no. But this shouldn't be happening. He's not a member of the roster. Well, I guess we'll find out what that means for the championships. But it is time to bring out, for the first time with their titles, Jason and Tyler, the Chaos Twins. Well, this is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the main event we were expecting, but we're going to get. Here comes the Chaos Twins for the first time as Fight Night Tag Team Champions. Only the second Tag Team Champions in history behind the Wolfpac, who literally just lost it to them at Mind Games. Their historic Fight Night Tag Team Championship reign came to an end, and Alex Wilson now fills in the shoes of Steven. And I don't know what's going to happen between these two. I don't even know what's going to happen for the future of this. If Wolfpac walk out with the titles, what happens? Because Alex Wilson is not a member of the company. But look at this. The Chaos Twins look confident. They're shushing the crowd. They're happy with what they did. They've walked out now with their first tag team championships. Everything they set out to do built up to this moment, and they are now the tag team champions. Well, the advantage has still got to be with them. They're still fresh off the Mind Games. These two had, David had 2 matches at that pay-per-view, so he must be tired. He must be hurt. And, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. Oh, that was weird. The challengers, the Wolfpac, ready and eager to capture the title straight away. But, of course, Alex Wilson filling in for Stephen Thomas. And this is going to be quite controversial. And I don't think the GM's going to like this. But Alex Wilson is filling in the shoes for Steve. And these two, for the first, these two will be cashing in the Tag Team Championship rematch against this team. Not JoJo. Against Jason and Tyler, who cashed in an opportunity that the GM gave them for the Tag Team Championships. Well, they said it was a fair fight because they got beaten down by the Linebacks for their Tag Team title match, and all they did was return the favor, and now Jason and Tyler, the Chaos Twins, have to defend their championships the first night here on Fight Night. Will their tag team title reign come to an end here, or will the Wolfpac be able to, or will the Wolfpac be defeated by the Chaos Twins? Well, it's going to be an interesting matchup, to say the very least, here tonight. And away we go here for this Tag Team Championship match. I must reiterate the importance of this. This is for the Tag Team Championships, which which Jason and Tyler Chaos are the current holders, and the Wolfpac, of course, the challengers. Although not all of the Wolfpac are here, Alex Wilson, again, I must reiterate this point, is not a member of the active roster. He lost the Road to Glory tournament and lost the runner-up match for a backup contract. He has no business being here tonight, and especially on his first night here, having a title opportunity. Well, the advantages are that they get to catch the the Chaos Twins off guard. They do not know what to expect. They have never seen Alex Wilson before, nor will they have any idea of what to expect here. Plus, of course, David is very angry and hungry to get his title back, and it would be no surprise to see him become a two-time tag team champion here tonight. But the disadvantage, of course, we'll have to find out how much of this is going to come into effect. But David and Steve have been tag team champions for a long time. Oh, look at this. There's the package pile driver already. Just a miniature version, though, and Alex Wilson follows through with a brainbuster. Yeah, the disadvantages are that David and Steve were tag team champions for a long time, and David's never really tagged with anyone else other than Sam and Steve, excuse me. So for him to come out here tonight with a brand new tag team partner, who he doesn't really know that well, does give the Chaos Twins the advantage. Of course, the Chaos Twins, the twin brothers from South America, or South Africa, excuse me, come in here tonight to defend their tag team championships, and they've definitely got the chemistry advantage. These two have worked together for a long time now. They debuted together. They've been a dominant tag team force. They've taken on the likes of the Vikings of Destiny, KO Oxley and Carter James. They've dealt with the tag team division's best offers, but they haven't yet to deal with the Wolfpac, as of course their first opportunity was ruined by the interference of Kazarian Zander and Patrick Green, who the Wolfpac claimed they had nothing to do with. But it did lead to Wolfpac versus Linebacks at the next pay-per-view, which was Mind Games. And when Wolfpac walked out the winners, the Chaos Twins were there to ruin their night and take away the tag team championships. Well, for David, who's been tagged back in, this is going to be a very interesting night. Very angry, I can understand why. But of course, he is relatively fresh out of Mind Games, having to deal with 2 matches and 2 big beatdowns in those matches. He did walk out with a win, of course, against the Linebacks, but it was only a consolation prize in the end, as the Chaos Twins would capture the tag team championships. And of course, they need to watch out all of these teams, because KO Oxley and Carter James technically are next in line for a title opportunity. They led Team Fight Night to the victory, and of course that means they were granted a title opportunity, which means KO Oxley and Carter James should realistically be in the title picture. But I'd imagine they'll be eager to see who walks out the winner here tonight. This is for the tag team championships, and they would. And I'd imagine if the Chaos Twins lose, they'll be eager for a rematch. But the question is, can they defend tonight? It's all right cashing in when they're frail and weak, but can they do it when they stand toe to toe in a fair fight? This is the first time that there has been no interruptions. Well, that could still change, but this is the first time there's been no interruptions between the two teams. There's been no interruptions. These two fight both relatively fresh. David still has that, even though not the freshest man, still has had a few days to recover. But of course, David and Steve were dominant tag team champions. They've been through a lot, and I'm sure they're not willing to give up here. Tag made, and in comes Alex Wilson, and the tag made for the Chaos Twins as well. Went to take him down there with a clothesline. Intercepted Tyler Chaos's clothesline. And now Alex Wilson, what's he doing here? Setting him up for something big in the corner. Oh my god, what's he thinking here? Looking for a superplex maybe? From the top rope, and he lands face first as well with it. And Alex Wilson taking the time to taunt. And he doesn't want to waste time here, because he's got Tyler down, and Jason's on the outside. He's in nowhere's land. If he can do something big here to score the cover and pick up the win, Alex Wilson could be taking the advantage here. And now Alex Wilson, oh look at this, oh no, big counter indeed. And they needed that, Tyler Chaos. And he's going to land further with an exploder suplex and tags out. And in comes Jason Chaos. The Chaos Twins. You can't argue that they didn't deserve a tag team title opportunity. That is not in dispute. What is in dispute about is how they did it. And I'm not sure how much of a say they had in it. The GM promised them a fair opportunity after the match. So maybe they were aware, maybe they weren't. But Jason and Tyler looking to cash in on the opportunity. And there's the whisper in the wind. And this tide could be turning here. And this could be it. We could be near the end. Jason sends him to the Chaos Twins corner. We know what comes next. Jason and Tyler Chaos. Chaos to Chaos. And into the cover to capture the tag team championships. Have they done it? No, it's a kick out at 2. And another attempt here at the cover. They want to make sure that it hasn't got the job done. Another kick out by Jason. Not by Jason, by Alex Wilson. He kicks out at 2. Well, look at this. Getting straight back to work here. Not going to waste any time. The Chaos usually gets the job done, but it hasn't done here. And now Tyler takes him to the corner again. Might be looking for another tag here to Jason. He couldn't get the job done. And now look at this from behind. Oh, what a beautiful rolling neck breaker there from Alex Wilson. And Alex Wilson putting up a better fight than he did through every round of the tournament. But he managed to win the fans over. And now what's he doing here? Look at this. Alex Wilson here with a beautiful move there from the middle rope. And now look at a fly. Oh, no. Just getting himself back into the ring. And Jason and Tyler Chaos clearly unprepared for Alex Wilson. Everything that Alex has thrown at them has been something very impressive. And again, like I say, this has been by far the most impressive he'd looked. But if he could have done this in the Road to Glory tournament, he could have had a contract. He could have been here already. But now look at this. What's he going for here? Oh, there's a DDT. DDT into the cover to become the tag team championship. To become tag team champions, excuse me. It's only a 1 count. And now trying to crawl away to make the cover. To make the tag, but taking him down there is Alex Wilson. Well, he's got 1 down and now he can capitalize. Setting up for something big here on Tyler Chaos. Alex Wilson. What's he going to do? Oh, look at this flip over. DDT. What a move. What a move. Wilson's got Tyler down. This is it. To become tag team champions. They've got it. Alex Wilson has just covered Tyler Chaos. And we have new tag team champions. Well, what the hell does this mean now? Alex Wilson is not a member of the roster, and the Chaos Twins have just lost their titles to him in their first title defense. Well, the Chaos couldn't get the job done, and neither could this DDT, but amazing flip over DDT wrapped up the job, and the Chaos Twins lose the tag championship to Alex Wilson and David Lees. Well, they've managed to do it here tonight. They've got the titles back, and David only goes a few nights without it. But now Alex Wilson and David are the new tag team champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is leaving so many questions unanswered. Why is Alex Wilson here? Is he in the roster? Is he in the Wolfpac? And are these two valid tag team champions? Well, they picked up the win here tonight, so I guess they've established something. But a big win here tonight for these two. But I have a feeling this is not the end of the situation. But we do have new tag team champions, and that is going to wrap up tonight's show. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. Subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.